Have you ever looked at a job posting and somehow known who was going to get it? Not because you knew them, but because it felt like the decision had already been made. Maybe you've experienced something similar. You carefully tailored your CV, prepared for the interview, answered every question well, waited. Then, nothing. Weeks later, you discover someone else got the job. You tell yourself, they must have had more experience. But then you find out they didn't. Or perhaps they weren't even the strongest candidate on paper. So what happened? Over the past 11 investigations, we've uncovered recruiter psychology, hiring patterns, and hidden mistakes that quietly shape career outcomes. But every case left one question unanswered. Why do some people seem to attract opportunities before anyone even clicks apply? Today's investigation closes Season 1, and it may explain the biggest career advantage we've uncovered yet. Let's open the final case. The final investigation. Throughout this season, we've examined rejected CVs, missed interviews, recruiter behaviour, career myths, invisible hiring patterns. At first, we believed hiring began when someone submitted an application. The evidence says otherwise. Hiring often begins much earlier, long before a vacancy is advertised, long before an interview is scheduled, long before a CV reaches a recruiter. That's where today's investigation starts. Previous evidence enters today's investigation. For 11 investigations, every string on this board led us here. Today, one final piece of evidence completes the picture. A fresh case file is placed at the centre. Stamped. Case file 012. The opportunity before the application. Evidence A. Familiarity creates confidence. Think about the last time you recommended a restaurant. You probably didn't recommend every restaurant in town. You recommended the one you already trusted. Hiring works similarly. People naturally reduce uncertainty. When employers already know your work, your reputation, your thinking, or someone they trust recommends you, uncertainty decreases before the recruitment process even begins. That's not unfair. It's human. Previous evidence entered today's investigation. Case file number 010. Remember the comparison trap? This is why comparing yourself to the successful candidate can be misleading. You can compare CVs. You can't compare unseen trust. Evidence B. Your reputation applies before you do. Every interaction leaves evidence. Your LinkedIn profile, your portfolio, the way you communicate, the projects you publish, the people you've helped, the recommendations you've earned. Even silence tells a story. Long before someone opens your CV, they're already forming an impression. In many cases, the application simply confirms or challenges that impression. Previous evidence entered today's investigation. Case file number 006. We called it the evidence translation problem. Today, we take it one step further. Your career is constantly translating itself, whether you're paying attention or not. Evidence C. Opportunities don't start with job posts. Some of the best opportunities never reach job boards. They begin with conversations, recommendations, previous colleagues, communities, shared work, visible expertise. Employers don't just search for applicants. Sometimes they search for confidence. The season breakthrough. Looking back, case number 001 wasn't really about 427 applications. It was about strategy. Case number 003 wasn't really about a CV. It was about communication. Case number 008 wasn't really about applying more. It was about solving the wrong problem. Case number 011 revealed the framework. Today's investigation reveals something even bigger. The strongest candidates don't only prepare for opportunities, they prepare to be discovered. That's the hidden advantage. Official diagnosis. Season 1 began with one question. Why do good candidates stay unemployed? After 12 investigations, our answer is different. Most careers don't change because people suddenly become more talented. They change because people become easier to understand, easier to trust, and easier to remember. Opportunity often arrives long before the application. The application is simply where everyone finally notices. Case evidence snapshot. This is the case evidence snapshot for case file 012. A. Your reputation is part of your application. B. Trust often begins before recruitment. C. Visibility creates opportunity. D. Positioning shapes possibility. Official case finding. The best opportunities rarely begin with an application. They begin with trust, built long before one is ever submitted. Community investigation. We've spent an entire season investigating hiring. Now I'd like to ask one final question. What has been the single biggest insight you've gained from Season 1, the hiring files? Which case changed the way you think about your career? Tell us the case number. Tell us why. Your answer won't just become part of today's discussion. It will help shape future investigations. Continue the investigation. If this season changed the way you think about hiring, start again. Watch the investigations from case file number 001. You'll notice clues you missed the first time. Because now, you know what you're looking for. Download Evidence Brief number 001, the 15-minute CV fix, using the link in the description. It's our free CV guide that will help you gain better positioning on your job search and get you one step closer to your next job interview. And subscribe to CareerHack. Because this investigation may be complete, but the CareerHack investigation universe is only just beginning.